Hey everybody, welcome back to the Third Base Podcast. My name is Gary, and I never thought I'd have to make this kind of video for this podcast, but uh, we're back with another point 0.5 episode. The reason why we're not uploading is, well, on my part, I've been playing Overwatch 2, which that's my bad. For those guys, they probably have a bunch of tests going on or AP stuff. I don't know. It's like their school. They're probably a little too busy to be dealing with the podcast right now because it's on them. Uh, Also, I mean, we've been going on this content grind for about almost a month now. Like me, James has been trying to get videos out, but his editor is not. Well, it's not his editor's fault. It's just it's taking too much time for them. Uh, we're still getting used to this whole grind set of YouTube, and it seems that we've kind of fallen off because I mean I gotten sick, so I'm finding it hard to even record anything without my nose getting sort of nasally. And James can't record because he is probably doing tests, and as well as Monkeyman. But I mean, he's passed up 100 subs, so he's probably excited. I also passed up 100 subs, so I've just been wanting to relax for the past couple of days. But yeah. I mean, nothing big has happened as well, so we haven't had any topics. I mean, the only things I can think of is TwitchCon, which again we'll talk about more of these later in like later podcasts. But for right now, we've taken a little break. Right, this is a little hiatus for the week. I'm not gonna pressure them into doing a podcast this week because I will release this so they can at least chill out with it. Because for James, for Monkey Man, and most of them, this is like priority for the week of recording. Like we treat this like it's an everyday priority, and I don't want them to feel like that because I don't want to sit here and be like, you guys are letting the podcast die, because they're not. If anything, they're telling me that, hey, we should record, we should do this, we should do that. Hey, Gary, have you tried doing this for your videos? Or Gary, have you tried doing that for your videos? They have been probably my biggest force in getting more subscribers. They have inspired me to do a lot of good things, and they have inspired me to do a lot of things that will help push my career. Um, Again, this is a hobby, and I feel like at some point we kind of lost sight of that and treated this like an almost part-time job. And I think we're not taking a step back. There will just be times where people can't set up the schedule, and it's not their fault. It's just inconvenience sake. So I'm not here to pressure them and like telling them, "Hey, let's do the podcast." What I'm doing here is just making sure that our viewers are at least aware of what's going on. Because I feel like it's not right to just keep you people in the dark about like why we're probably not going to upload this week, why we might not upload next week. Which I mean, I guarantee you after seeing this video they're probably going to be like, yo, we need to record a podcast now. But yeah, I'm not going to pressure them, and I won't treat this like a point 0.5 episode. So just like treat it like a normal like YouTube video, like a normal Gary video that I do on my YouTube channel. By the way, check it out. But it's not it's not a crazy big video. I mean, you could shoot off the dome right now. I mean, TwitchCon again. Very A lot of bridges were built back up again because of it, so I will give Twitch some credit there. But there was an incident that I literally just heard of about a ball pit that was at TwitchCon. Well, not a ball pit; it's like a foam pit. But essentially, what happened was the people who set up the foam pit, which wasn't Twitch. It was not Twitch, by the way, so it wasn't their fault completely. So I won't fault them for it. The people who set it up way too shallow, so it was kind of like at knee to like waist height, and people ended up breaking their backs and getting permanent damage from it, which sucks. I think one streamer broke her back in two, which is something that a foam pit should prevent most of the time when you're jumping into it. And the company went on Twitter and said that she shouldn't have jumped into a foam pit. Now, I don't know about you, but I think we all know what a foam pit is for. you're supposed to jump into a foam pit. That's why there's foam in the pit. But I don't know if they just didn't do the right amount of calculations for it or whatever. But I guess I don't know how you fuck up a foam pit. Like a foam pit should at least be like waist to like above weight, not even like to waist, like above, like right to your chest almost level. So it's like you get more cushioning from it because the foam blocks, while they are big, they don't cover a lot of area. Because a lot of what the foam pit is what it lacks in like area protection. It makes up for like you not breaking your back on impact because the foam is so stacked up that there's no way you're gonna hit the ground. But it's kind of a weird situation on that part. I mean, the company is an whoever tweeted that is like an actual idiot because I guess they just never heard of what a foam pit actually does. But yeah, it's not the worst thing. Well, it's not the biggest talk. I mean, people are all in agreement that this company should at least do something, like maybe compensate the people that got injured, or I don't know. I don't know how TwitchCon works. You probably have to sign an agreement. So yeah, I mean, also other stuff. I mean, streamers are holding their own events. Dream SMP held their own event. It's whatever. It's not really nothing too big, nothing too grand that's happened this week. That I can really list off. I mean, you know, it's Twitch. They're gonna mess up a lot. But there's nothing really too grand that has kind of got on this week. I don't know. We'll hopefully get back into the swing of things soon. This is just gonna be a quick like 7 to 8 to maybe 10-minute video. This is more like an interlude of topics that I'm just shooting out for you guys. We might talk about more other stuff later if more stuff comes out. Again, a lot of things have come out that I want to cover, but I don't want to talk about in this video because I feel like it'd be wasting topics like Dream face revealing or fucking Twitch probably did something wrong or Dream SMP's panel or this foam pit that I quickly discussed. Like these topics are stuff that like are are podcast worthy that we don't really write down. We kind of shoot off the dome about a lot of our topics or like topics we remember from the week. But like again, we are here to entertain folks around our our community, and I don't know how I was gonna go with that. I think I was gonna say the world, but no one from the world watches us. I think we might have one viewer in India, but it's not really that cool. But yeah, I think that's kind of all I was here to cover today. Hopefully we'll be back with another podcast soon. We haven't released a 10th episode. We wanted to, but one, my internet went down. Two, I'm sick. Three, James wanted to do something new. Four, after we finished that recording, we came to the conclusion that I talked more than like both of them because like the topic we were talking about at that time wasn't as interesting as before, or like it wasn't as interesting to them as it was to me. So we're changing the entire thing to something else. That'll be more for the podcast. But I think that's kind of it. So I've been Gary. This has been the Third Base Podcast, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.